right. So what's your name and your classification?
My name is Tina Okoronkwo. I am a senior here at Stephen F. Austin. And do you want to know my major?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm a health science major with a minor in psychology.
Okay, so what is your background? Like, tell me about like who you are, where you come from. And so.
Okay, so I am Nigerian. I mean, if anybody knows me, they know like that's my whole thing. My parents were both born and raised Nigerian. They moved over to North Dallas, and we eventually moved to Garland, Texas after a while. So I've been living there for pretty much most of my life, and I really enjoy it. I was pretty active in high school, and now since I'm in SFA, it's not really hard for me to like have gotten too much active with anything, but I enjoy everything that I do here at SFA.
Okay, so are you in any organizations right now?
Yes, I am in the African Student Organization. I'm actually a treasurer, and I'm on the exec board. And I'm a community assistant. Oh, should I not jump too far into that?
Just keep going.
Oh, okay. I'm a community assistant here at SFA as well. So yeah, those are the only things I'm doing right now. I was a part of Unblemished last semester, which was like a women empowerment group, but I got really busy, so I had to like cut one thing off.
Mm-hmm. So which resident hall are you a CA of?
Oh, I am a CA in Kerr Hall, Kirkides.
And this is an all-girls facility.
Yes,
right?
all-girls facilities. If we see any boys here, you know, we'll handle that real quick.
Do y'all have a curfew?
Yes, we do. So doors lock at 12. If you still have your ID, of course, you can still get into the building. But we really advise, like, once it's 10 and anything past that, we expect for quiet hours to be done. So it's just really a time for everybody to like kind of settle in, and if someone's studying or like preparing for a test the next day, then that's what we have that rule set up for.
Okay, so what made you become a CA?
All right, well, I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. When I first heard about the CA position, mainly most of it was because I had financial issues, so I really wanted something that was going to help cut back a lot of costs. But then I really saw the benefits of being a CA. I saw the leadership roles I could gain from being a CA. I saw how much of an impact I was making on my residents, and I just liked the impression I was making on my hall directors and other people who are part of residents' life and just the whole CA community. So it was really enjoyable, and it went more past the actual money. It was just like me having, I guess, a feel of position at SFA. So that's another reason why I joined.
Okay, so what are some of the duties as a CA?
All right, so as when you're a CA, of course, you're pretty much, I don't want to be like you're a mom, but you're kind of like the, sorry, but you're kind of like advising them on what to do, how they can live with other people who they're not really familiar with. When you're a CA, you're trying to promote like wellness, diversity amongst all of the residents here, because everybody comes from a different background, whether it's religious, race, whatever it may be. So we really try and promote that. And with being a CA, we hold programs where other residents can kind of learn more about each other and about things that go on campus as well. We also have to create bulletin boards, which you'll probably be able to see later, but we do bulletin boards and we'll change it out every 1 to 2 months, just to kind of give the residents something fresh to feel when the new months come around. We what else? Sorry if I'm getting stuck.
No, great interview.
Okay. But yeah, we just really try and promote a lot of like wellness and health and life skills to the residents here. So
okay. So what is your schedule as a CA? Because a lot of people misconstrue like, oh, CAs don't have a social life, none of that, blah, 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 blah. So.
Okay, so when I first started, I was like, man, I don't know how I'm about to juggle having a social life while being a CA and then still doing all the other things. But honestly, my social life is still pretty intact. I mean, there are some things that I have cut back off from doing, but you still have a social life after being a CA. A lot of people are always like, oh, you're gonna be a CA, you're not gonna have much to do, but I'm still involved in a lot of the things I was before I started. And it really just gives me time to kind of like prioritize now since I'm a CA, because when I have more on my plate, I have to like kind of do more time management. So that's really the benefit of, I guess, having more on my plate or being a CA. So, yeah.
So how many hours do you have to like, I know you have to like stay in your room at a certain time, you have to stay at the desk, so how does that actually work?
Okay, so for each community assistant, you have to work a desk shift 6 hours a week. And it really depends on your schedule.